Returning to Squin, with their tails tucked firmly between their legs, a fire continues to burn within Rusthilt. Perhaps surrounding himself with Shek has started to sway his way of thinking, or perhaps being beaten down over and over again in the Wasteland, only to escape and barely cling to the life he was given, has started to wear him down. No matter the reason, Rusthilt begins to think with violence in the forefront of his mind for the very first time. Sure, he can eke out a living in Squin, doing menial work for a handful of cats to get him from day to day. But the more he's pushed outward, the more he realizes that the real money and real power to be had in the Wasteland lies beyond the safety of any city walls. And if the Holy Nation is to ever see justice for their past transgressions, Rusthilt will need that money and that power. Glancing at Nines and Ruka as they return to Squin, the first order of business is now clear. New gear and new weapons. And when those words are spoken aloud, Ruka smiles. The Dust Boss is wanting to talk, and I'm not quite sure why. I'm running my way back to Squin with my 3 crew here, and suddenly we came across the Dust Bandits camp. I had no idea that they were here, and if I had looked on my... Maybe if I looked on my map, I would have realized it. I didn't realize they were here, but the Dust Boss said, "Hey, Pipsqueaks, come here," but he's not actually being violent. He's actually approaching us very, very, very slowly, and without any guard. If we were to jump him, we may have an opportunity here. However, I don't know. Right now, he's here to just make an announcement. For one reason or another, that's what he'd like to do. Also, apparently Rusthilt might actually have a bounty on his head now, but I'm not sure. But I'm going to let him approach us on his own terms and let him speak to us. And if we need to turn on him, we might be able to. Give me all your shiny stuff. I don't know if I want to do that. Come to us, sir. And let's see what he says. This is interesting. I haven't had this happen before. Alright. Bring it on, bandit dogs. I've been itching for a fight. Out of my way, damn greasy bastards. Take it. I can give them some money, and that's it. Out of my way, greasy bastards. Up, and that immediately set them off. Run. Run. Whoop, Garu. Yep. Oh, we might have just gotten very, very lucky. Go, go, go. Run. No, no, no. Run, run, run. And let's pull away. The Garu are about to do some numbers on these guys. I'm actually gonna hang tight, maybe a little further back. We'll pull back to about here. Let's even sneak if we can. Yeah, out of their sight. And let's watch what happens when the Garu take out the, these guys on their own. The Dust Boss himself is running for his life. We might be able to do something here. The Garu seem to be doing okay in this fight. He has no idea we're over here. We're gonna back into the corner and we might fight these guys. We'll see what happens. Look at this. The Dust Boss immediately retreating, let his men take care of the fight. The Garu hold really strong, even taking out a couple of Dust Bandits themselves. We ourselves, though, are doing all right. This one actually got back up. Even though its left foreleg is absolutely annihilated and maimed, he is still putting up a hell of a fight. Unconscious, unconscious, and this last one, who's had limb trauma, is just going bonkers on the rest of them. But not in any... Whoa. In any way something we want to worry about. Time to go. We're gonna get the hell out if we can. I'm not seeing anybody seeing us, but if we look at the arrows, they're actually dead ahead. Whoever can see us. It might be this particular, whoa, Blend, who actually has a bounty of 2,000 credits on their head. But that's all right. We're getting some nice bonuses in terms of stealth here. So while we are not being seen by the Dust Bandits, and even the Dust Bandit boss probably taking a hell of a beating. Yeah. They're getting healed up and they're gonna get back up. They were gonna be victorious there one way or another, purely because their numbers were far, far more than enough to deal with the Garo themselves. And that's all right with me. Well, we definitely could have gotten... We might be able to get some really good food off these guys. It's very tempting to run back in and see if we can loot the Garu for free food. But there's still so many, and I'm not entirely sure that's going to be worth the danger of actually swinging in there. So I'm going to keep leaving. Let's take a look at our stealth. We're 26 for Ruka, 33 for Rust Hilt, and 9 for Nines. Wow, Nines. Look how fast he's going. He's leveling up, though. We might want to swing them back around, see if we can get them seen again. Here, let's run up to the front. If the camp wants to fuck with the tech hunters, let them. We still want to just be seen. And as soon as Nines can't be seen anymore, we'll just go ahead and pop out and back to Squin. What an immediate little detour on our way back. That was about 30 seconds after I hit the record button that I ran into these guys. So, and there's yet another fight that says fall. Ooh, fall's over there. There's a fight happening right here. Hungry bandits attacking dust bandits. All right. I'm not quite sure I like the idea of that. We'll see if we can get around them. I'm sure it won't be that bad. Ruka and Rust Hilt being the ones able to hear the combat from a distance, even over the dust storm themselves. Nines, well, you would imagine he'd be able to. Not so easy. Probably can't hear it all that well. He's not as trained as you would like him to be. For now, we can work our way around. And then we'll cut across as we take a nice wide berth. We have no reason to loot them. The dust bandits are going to win, and the hungry bandits carry about 0 value. Maybe the starving bandit leader will have a head chopper or something along those lines. Beyond that, nothing really worth going and risking our lives and angering any more of the dust bandits for. And with Squin in sight, the knowledge that comes along that Rust Hilt and Nines are going to be able to lie down and at least rest for a little while here. Nines specifically desperately needs to let his body parts heal up a bit. He got beaten down pretty bad, but his toughness skyrocketed for how badly he's beaten. Look at Ruka. Ruka is about on par with one dust bandit or one starving bandit in terms of fighting prowess. How exciting. That's a big pickup. Our little troop is coming together here. As far as like purely mechanical standpoint, when we're talking about this game, I know a lot of people said like, hey, Mathis, you could cheese it or grind by capturing somebody and then beating them over and over again. Or there's a couple of ways you can really cheese the system. And for this particular playthrough, I really have no interest in cheesing the system that hard. I want to tell the story in a more natural way and play the game in a natural way. I'm not going to say the game was meant to be played the way I'm playing it, because I don't think this game was meant to be played any particular way. But I like kind of letting our characters develop over time naturally how they would if they were to run into these people and be as untrained as they are, as opposed to kidnapping somebody and just, you know, beating them over the head as often as you can just to get a number or a bar in your character sheet kind of built up. I don't think it's really worth doing it that way. I don't find it enjoyable anyway. So let's go ahead and have him sleep, Nines, and I'm actually going to go ahead and let Ruka stay up. Ruka's the least hurt of them all. We'll have Rust Hilt sleep as well. And then I'll be curious if we've got ourselves... We have so much. So much copper. That is beautiful. That's what I want to see. So let's grab all of that, and we will run next door and pocket some money. We've got no food and food storage yet, so let's actually make the first thing we do, buy some food and restack up the house in Squin. And the big thing we want to be doing now is really genuinely re-equipping some of our biggest fighters. Rust Hilt and Ruka being the big 2, and Hobbs probably being number 3. Let's go ahead and sell all of those. I really think we need more money. Look at that, we're about to hit 10,000 cats for the first time since playing this. So, Squin work, how's everybody doing hunger-wise? They're getting pretty hungry, but they're doing okay. So Ruka will run out and do some quick grocery shopping, stack up where we can, throw the food that we've got where we can. Look how fast Ruka is now, too. Without being held back by 9s, you can really see how fast Ruka and probably Rusthilt and as well move. All right, I'm here to trade. Let's just take all the dried meat for now. 4-Teeth Milton is wanted. I don't know who that is, but that's fine, I guess. So let's dump the food in here. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to go look at some... I'm going to do a little window shopping. While Rusthilt and 9s are napping, hearing Rusthilt... Having heard Rusthilt say, like, we are going to really, really re-equip this crew. At least have a small squad of 2 or 3 who are well-equipped with proper weapons and armor. Has Ruka thrilled. She can't wait for Rusthilt to wake up. She's going to go and examine armor first, and then weapons thereafter. See what catches her eye, and more importantly for me, the player, what I can afford and what I can reasonably equip everybody with. And then we could do some exploring in some areas we have not explored yet. But Ronin, let's take a look. Even if we were to just get, say, 1 full suite of armor, let's just aim for 1. Let's look at what that would run us right now. So we're still rolling this shitty heart protector. This is terrible. It gives very little coverage. The only thing it gives is a little chest coverage. If we wanted something better, wow. 16,000 for a white plate jacket specialist grade. So here's what I'm thinking. We want to set up a group of 3. We want 1 that's going to be heavily armored, I think 1 that's going to be medium armored, and then 1 that's going to be range. I really would like to get somebody ranged, and that's going to require a little bit of training, or at least practice on some low-level thugs or bandits if we can. Obviously, I'd like Ruka to be the heaviest armored of them all. If we were to look for some heavy armor, here we go. Samurai armor. Stealth, crossbows, all that stuff is insanely going to be slowed down. Actually, we can already grab samurai leg plates and samurai. Well, let's grab the samurai armor. Can we afford the samurai leg plates as well? Not yet. Soon enough. But I would love to have some full samurai armor and an armored head hood, something along those lines. But this right away is super valuable. Also a better hat, but I'm curious if it'll hurt perception. Doesn't seem to. Armored hood? Is it like a mask or something? And then leather armor will be the next thing we probably want to grab for Rusthilt. Let's grab a standard grade hood as well. It's not going to be, we're going to immediately spend most of our money, but we have 2 people working the copper mines, which is nice. And let's take a look at what this looks like on Ruka. First, like better armor for 1. Oh, that's so much nicer looking than having this little heart protector that's kind of shit. I love this because it gives her some high perception bonus and it just looks freaking cool. But this is going to be better for her own safety. Gives acid burning and dust storms. This gives us perception +6. This gives us blunt, cut, harpoon, burning acid, dust storm, 90% head coverage. Melee attack and melee defense bonus are going to get a -2 though. So, I don't know. Whereas if we at least wear this is protecting, but the upside is, whoa, where'd she go? She might just be hungry. Whereas this at least allows her to see and hit better. Her perception's going to go way higher. But I like the 90% coverage. And she looks like a badass. So pants next. And then we'll look at to equip Rusthilt as well. And then hopefully grab some better weapons all in all. So let's look at foraging animals. Why is that foraging animals there? Don't worry about foraging animals for right now. Let's take a look at our workers. Hobbs, just doing what he does best. Fall, now the Fall guy, the freed slave who's working with us specifically because we promised him a better life. Let's take a peek. His laboring skill is 3. Where if we at least crank it up. Slowly, God, slow. Slow is the only word that really works here. But he'll get better over time. And that's all that matters. So Nines having actually some decent armor. I think Nines is going to be our ranged boy. So if we go into this inventory and we take this standard junk bow, does some damage. And I think I'm going to put this here, this on his secondary. And we need to get some ammo for this thing. Does it show ammunition, bolts, toothpicks? So we need some toothpicks for him. Fair enough. Go back to sleep, Nines. We can definitely get some toothpicks. We'll go ahead and grab those. And we're kind of working through management now. Proper equipping of our companions is actually doing us some good. He has 3 toothpicks, that's it. And they sell for... Fucking, they're expensive. Oh my god. They're so expensive. Well, how do we craft toothpicks? That'll be my next question. Also, tech. Is there anything we can research? Wind generators. Can we actually do all of these? We need artifacts. Baking, huh? Cotton farming. Baking. Core tech level crafting. Dialogue. Oh, hey. Oh, what? What? I never saw this before. Rust Hill, out of my way, damn greasy bandits. And then they got into a fight. I'll crack your head off, son of a bitch. They got away. Forget it. I'm done. And then he spits. Did we kill him? My guts are hurting. I can't afford that. I can't afford that. I can't afford that. I can't afford that. Listen up. Your food's ours now. That's the hungry bandits. More outsiders is when they saw us. All right. All right. All right. Well, we need a lot of things. I'm actually going to run her back here, and I'm going to grab a couple artifacts and maybe do some more research in the process. Because when we do eventually expand outward and do something a little bit more risky, like proper setting up of a base, I want to make sure we have everything we can possibly have researched. So let's get 4 more artifacts, and we can go ahead and drop them in the research bench. Like that. And now let's actually go ahead and do baking. I love to learn baking. And we'll have Ruka doing that. And our little crew now back after another trip out to the east is going to take it a little bit of a relaxing break and do some research on their own. All right, baking is finished. I'm actually curious. Now that that's done being researched, can we buy cheap wheat straw and actually make bread at a cost-efficient, that's more cost-efficient than buying what we've been buying? We'll have it right across from our stove. And it only requires 4 building materials, which we should have. So let's confirm that. And let's have her run over here. No, building supplies is up on the 2nd floor, right? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll swing her down here and we'll build this. And if all goes, if everything, worst comes to worst, we can always disassemble it when we need to. I'm not quite sure what disassembling it will do, but it is what it is. Okay. We need water and straw flour. What is straw flour? Wheat straw farming. We might want to do research too. Makeshift walls, huh? Well, we can at least research that. I don't know how to make wheat straw flour. I'm going to be straight up. We can experiment a bit and see if we can figure it out, though. In the meantime, we can finish researching and continue to let the mining happen. All right. Well, we bought 4 toothpicks for the big old price of like 300 or 400 cats, but we have enough money to finish Ruka's initial piece of armor. So we're going to swing back over here, and we're actually going to pick up those samurai leggings and equip Ruka with it, and her being the first one that is going to be fully equipped. The exciting thing about this is that we can actually start taking all this other armor now and giving it to somebody else. The question is, who's going to get what, and any of them going to be any good? Oh, she suddenly has shitty samurai pants. Well, let's buy the samurai boots. Standard glass? Yeah, standard for sure. We don't want to be buying armored faceplate. Now she has faceplates. I'm interested in looking at what it looks like, so I'm going to grab it. But I definitely want to wait until we have some non-shoddy grade samurai leggings. That's the big thing. Yeah, let's just worry about that later. What's happening here? Well, actually, I'm curious. Let's zoom in real quick, slow things down. Let's compare the faceplate to what we've got now. So this is considered medium armor. So is that. It is straight up worse, but it looks freaking dope. But we're not going to worry about that. Medium armor, we'll go ahead and give that over to maybe Rust Tilt or Nines. All right, well, we'll check tomorrow. We can also throw on these boots for now. They're not going to be great for running, but we can keep these in her backpack specifically for running. So let's go ahead and do that, and we'll run her back. So let's transfer that over. I'm actually going to... I think what we're going to end up doing is bringing Hobbs back over to the A-team and letting Nines get to mining. In fact, now that Nines is up and he's feeling a lot better, let's put him to work. This particular copper area can be mined by 2 people. So let's make him do that. Nines is going to need a little bit of work. Nines? 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 There we go. Bye, Nines. Off you go. Let's have them working. And I think, like I said, I'm going to bring Hobbs back over to our squad. But for now, let's bump Nines over to this squad, and we'll bring Hobbs back over here. And I like I said, I think I want Hobbs to be the one that's working the crossbow. I think I want him as part of our A team. And we're going to make Nines back to the Squin work team. You know, the OG3. So let's go ahead and put this in here for now. I'm actually going to put this... Let's arrange, make some room. Put this in here. I don't want Nines having too much that he doesn't need. And I think that's good enough. Bye. Have him come back. Hobbs, we're going to have you come back. And I am going to put this here. And I'm going to give you the standard junk bow with some toothpicks. Hopefully this wasn't stolen. I don't know if this was stolen out of Squin, so I'm just going to leave that in there for now. And I want her to trade. Give these over. Okay. What's Nines rolling for weapons and armor right now? A sleeveless long coat. Is that all he has? Well, let's see. So this is going to give him acid protection, decent coverage of his body, but the resistance is terrible. Yeah, I still don't know if this heart protect is really what we want to be giving him. It doesn't seem like it's going to be all that valuable. And he's got a bucket Zukin. I think we're going to roll back Nines here. I'd actually like Nines to trade with Hobbs. Inventory and like gear management in this game is a little bit frustrating. But I definitely want him over here. I think we're going to swap weapons. I want him to have this. I'm going to give him the chopper. We're going to swap the straw hat with Nines because I want him to have better accuracy. We're going to swap the chain shirt. We might swap everything. I think I want Hobbs to be a little bit better equipped than the rest of them. Especially if we're going to start taking him back out again. So Hobbs is going to look a little bit cooler. A little bit more like how we found him initially. And then Fall and Nines are going to get back to working the copper ore and the copper mines here. While Rust-Tilt continues to leisurely relax. Well, as morning rolls around, I say we get Ruka up and make her way over here to grab what they've mined through the night, another 35 copper. And most importantly, I hope that the armor shop has the pants that I want. I'd love to see Ruka fully outfitted. The first one to get fully outfitted in decent, good armor. Being Ruka makes the most sense. She is the most warrior-like out of all of them, specifically because of who she is and obviously her species. Back up to 8,000 cats, which is pretty good. We'll swing back out to the armory, and we'll see if we've got ourselves some more samurai gear that we can throw on. The other thing, too, is she's moving a little slower than normal, and that's because she's not wearing her sandals and she's wearing heavier armor all the way around. That's also going to help out with her strength, which is awesome. Something we definitely need. Shoddy grade. Well, that's just a straight-up bummer, man. Well, why don't we start picking up some, mercenary stuff. Look at that. High grade. Pretty dope. But we can't really do that. Why don't we go with some medium armor? The next one I want to equip fully is going to be Rust-Tilt. There we go. Brain died for a second, but we're good. Medium armor that covers, as much as possible would be great. This plate jacket right here counts as medium armor. It's leather. It's probably more expensive by a decent chunk. By about $1,000 or so. But the reason is it's just better. Oh, show me your gear. That's fine. Let them mine away. Go back to Ruka here. Freaking obnoxious. I forgot to pause it. I should always pause it when doing business. So that can't happen. But yeah, I want to go medium armor on our boy. And I'm thinking the plate jacket's where we go. Let's see. Blunt is 14, cut is 24. 16 and 24, so blunt is actually worse on this one, but the coverage is better, so that's fine. Weight 5 kilograms, weight 4 kilograms, so it's 1 kilogram heavier, and it's going to impose more penalties on experience like crossbows, dodging, dexterity. He won't be able to dodge. I don't know how useful dodging is. Let's see. She doesn't dodge pretty much ever. But what about Rust-Tilt? He also doesn't ever dodge. And the only way to do it is fighting unarmed and getting hit while stumbling. And I don't want him fighting unarmed. So with that knowledge, I still think we take plate jacket. And then if there's some decent medium armor that would match, that would be kind of cool. Like mercenary plates or something, but we've got armored ragged skirt. It's 60% coverage. I don't think I want to do that. I think we wait and see if anything swings around come tomorrow. But let's go ahead and grab this. Trading out of range, sorry. Let's go ahead and grab that for now. And we'll run this back to Rust-Tilt. So we'll send her back that way. And we'll get him equipped with this. And then we could start shopping for weapons. Actually, while we're here, we might as well send Ruka over. See what we've got for weaponry. We'll go ahead and trade. Pause it. And this is what I'm talking about. Look at some of this weaponry. This thing right here, I would love to have this falling sun. But $17,000 for it is a bit past my asking point. I really want something that's going to be two-handed, that we can see Ruka wield. That looks really cool. So right now we've got a flesh carver. It's of hacker class. So hacker class might be where we want to go. She's good with hackers and heavy weapons. So hackers and heavy weapons is what we want. But I think we'll stick with a hacker for now until we can maybe up her skill with a heavy weapon later on in life. I just wish there was an ease. Is there a mod, or can we get a modder out there to write a companion app or just something that I can download so I can easily compare weapons? If that might already exist, so I'm an idiot if it does, but just saying. 3930, 6558, long cleaver hacker class. Like that a lot. Pretty much everything she sells is better. 7267, but that's 8,000 cats alone. Well, we can save the money for now. All right, and then who knows what they'll have in a few days. We'll send her out back through the city, working on her stats, trying to make her a tough girl, just so we can trade with Rust Hilt. And we're gonna throw this over to Rust Hilt right here. And then this light armor is gonna go to Hobbs, I think. So let's give this to her, and we'll have her go trade with Hobbs. And I assume it's better than what he's wearing, but we'll do a comparison here momentarily. Pause it. So he's wearing the standard grade ragged shirt. This is light armor of shoddy grade. This is standard grade. Blunt and cunt resistance is still terrible. But this gives like a nice bonus crossbow effect. And if we're gonna have him be our ranged boy, I'm okay with that. Because I want him to have as much experience with crossbows as I can get him to have. And if there's drifter pants that we can hook him up with as well, that would be ideal. Slowly but surely, our little, our excursion squad, the ones that go out and are going to be exploring, are kind of coming together. They're slowly being equipped a lot better, and it's kind of exciting. Things are starting to get bad when it comes to food. Because we have 3 people working so freaking tirelessly, we're having an issue keeping them fed, at least well fed. And I'm not sure there's much I can do about it, to be honest with you. Maybe we'll run into this area over here. I'm taking Rust Hilt this time, just in case we decide we want to try and be sneaky and maybe try and steal some food, just out of pure desperation. But for now, I'm going to buy pretty much everything that they have as far as dried meats are concerned. We'll spend the rest of our cats on it if we have to. Stock our barrel with it and hope that'll carry us for at least a little while. Let's go ahead and trade. Yeah, he has nothing else. We could buy the dried fish if we get super desperate. But I don't... What, you want to fight me, dude? I'm a buffoon with a toy sword. Does that make you feel better? Do you feel better now? Let's swing upstairs for a moment. No, up here, Rust Hilt. All the way up. Up a floor. Water jug, hacksaw, cup, wooden bowl. Nothing too big. Let's swing him back. Let's deposit this food. And honestly, we might try going on a hunting trip. If we're gonna need food, buying it is obviously the worst way to go about it. And we can't really grow it right now. For obvious reasons, we don't have land to do so. Though I would like to be able to. So once everybody's fully equipped, I'm thinking we give hunting a try. Maybe see if we can find some goats or something wandering around. Hopefully not too many of them. With all of our new toys and tools, we take out our crew. The forgotten few. And see what we can find in the wastes. Not too far away. Hopefully not heading into the swamp area either. We'll keep it to the border zone if we can, and we'll just do some general wandering and see if we can come across food. Now, unfortunately, it means running around and running into possible bandits. But if we're lucky, they won't bother us. No real way to know, though, until it's happened. All right, let's take what we've gotten as a copper storage. Run it across town. Well, we'll wait for him here. There it is. Opened up right in time. Look how slow Ruka moves, even when going as fast as I am. At an absolute snail's pace. So let's get rid of that. Okay. 10,000 cats to our name. How wonderful. And there's some more toothpicks. I think we go ahead and snag those. Regulars and heavies, which we don't need. And a bunch of other things that are valuable to us, but not enough to make me spend it. The rations are tempting to take, though. What is this? Wandering assassin of the shinobi thieves. He's got a basket on his head, however. All right, back to the armor area. Now that it's a new day and we have some cash on us. Ruka should be quite quick. keep an eye on me every time. Let's trade. All right. Samurai leggings. This is exactly what I was hoping for. That was a little bit of a wait, but not too bad. So let's grab the samurai leggings, and if they have... Oh, I didn't realize. They have high-grade samurai leg plates. Yeah, we want the high-grade ones for ourselves. And we'll take... This doesn't give... What is Rust Hilt rolling with right now? Shoddy? We should get this. We should get him some good ones. Now let's swing over to the weapons and see if there's anything we want to grab, or if we're gonna have to save up a little bit more for weaponry. Okay. So she doesn't carry any Nodachi or any katana type weapons. Only heavies. So only stuff that we're gonna get lucky enough to use with our dear friend Ruka here. $8,000. $2,000 for these. But I think we should save up just a little bit longer before we worry about it. So let's unpause and let's look at dear Ruka as we swap over to some dope samurai pants. Look how cool. Wow, these are actually high grade. We should send those over to Hobbs. Look at how absolutely freaking cool she looks with that thing on her back. Yeah, we're probably gonna get rid of that backpack when we go out hunting for sure. Or we'll carry it and then we'll drop it. But for now, go and trade with Rust Hilt. She is actually considered on a heavy load right now, but I think it's because of the armor we're carrying. Actually, while she's here, trade with Hobbs first. No. Trade with Hobbs. Okay, come inside, then trade with Hobbs. There we go. So you've got shoddy grade. We can give you some high grade chain pants that will honestly just be probably a better, in general, better for you. Blunt cut and cut efficiency. Yeah, by a lot. And then this is gonna go to Rust Hilt. Actually, we should still trade with Hobbs because we want to give him all of these. I don't know if he needs them. I don't know how to use it, but I'm hoping he'll be able to just use it. We'll trade with Rust Hilt. Get him some standard grade pants because he's got the shotties. And then everybody is basically equipped how I'd like them to be. So we'll go over here. Just drop those in. We'll keep these for her needing to run in case she does need to run. And we have ourselves our hunting group. And I think we're going to take you off now, Hobbs, of that. We'll let you do what you're doing there. And I think we're going to have Ruka go buy some food for us for purely traveling purposes. And we'll leave all the other stuff there. And I think what we're going to buy is food rations. We can't buy more than one, but it's 125 nutrients, which should last us some time. And now we take our crew and we go hunting. Once Hobbs is good to go anyway. Hobbs might be eating. Hobbs! 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 What are you doing, dude? There we go. I don't know why he does that, but he just does. Okay. Where do we go hunting? I'd like to try and stay in the Borderlands to the best of our ability. We do know that AdMag is out that way. And we do know it's the Hive Villages kind of run the border around it. So maybe we'll head out to AdMag and see if they're in the great open field that we were in last time. We have ourselves some wildlife to take down. I'll make sure everybody's good as far as gear is concerned. And I think we're just gonna send them out toward, for now, the Great Fortress. I don't know what's in the Great Fortress, but we need food more than anything. And honestly, even if we do not end up going that far, as long as we run into wildlife along the way, that's all I care about. Now, here's the other dangerous part. We're coming up on the area where we know there was a camp, where we first got our asses kicked. It's possible they're still around. And I'm a little nervous, so I'm gonna go into sneak mode here. And keep an eye on their eyes. It seems we're good. We're in the Sten Desert, huh? Yeah, I don't know if I want to go to the Sten Desert, dude. Why aren't you guys going that way? You're taking a very, very long road to get there. Why? Oh, are you going the right way? Oh, this is confusing me, man. This is super confusing me. I don't want to go that way. Let's go to the tiny settlement instead. I thought we were going in, I don't know. I don't know where I thought we were going. Don't at me. Let's keep moving. The longer the trip they have to stay out in the open for, the better for their stats anyway, since they're carrying a lot more heavy gear. It's gonna be good for them. You can see they're moving quite slow. Now we have ourselves an option. No, they're too... Garu aren't what I want. I'd love, or at least not that many Garu. I'd much prefer to come across a herd of goats and give that a shot than to do it this way. I also don't know if all wildlife will just try and annihilate me given a chance. If they take me down, would they just kill me? Like, I assume the skin spiders, those horrifying creatures that we came across in our last session, I assume they would just murder me outright. But would Garu and goats, because they're herbivores, they're not going to eat me. They have no interest in eating me. They're just doing self-defense. They could kick me while I'm down, but I feel like that'd be exceptionally cruel. Let's pause every so often and just look around. See if we can see anything. The game is having it's trying to load in chunks. I can see why people complain a little bit about the performance later on in the game. Even just having people at Squin and then pushing forward with the group, the game tends to have a little bit of an issue keeping it smooth running because it's now having to simulate more. What is this? Slave mongers. Their attack is good. Very good. And they're not going to attack me. I think they only take people who are down and unconscious. Free property. Free things to sell. That's not us. At least not without a fight, anyway. We'll short term... Why is everybody blasting ahead of Ruka? We'll short term go to a ruined outpost and then kind of start pushing out from there, following familiar trails, paths that we've kind of followed around before. We have food, right? She has rations on her. And if we win in this hunting trip, if we actually do well, we can actually eat right there by just putting up a campfire and cooking whatever meats we come across. Now, we're coming up on the point that scares me, but we're actually walking away. We're walking away from the bandit camp to our south. But these tight corners always scare me. Let's not go at ×3. All right, we've made it to our first stop. We've not come across any luck as far as hunting goes. Wildlife has been non-existent so far for our heroes here. Not even a lone skin spider or any of that nonsense. We are just straight up lacking anything that could be considered wildlife. What is going on over there? We have starving bandits who are also roaming the waste for very similar reasons, funnily enough. But nothing that we want to deal with. Now, the danger of actually hunting is those starving bandits. If we're carrying around raw meat on us, or even dried meat, depending on what we're carrying, it gives off an odor, and those starving bandits can smell just meat on us if we're carrying any. So if we ever end up having food, we will. We discovered an unknown tower. Where? An unknown tower. Off in the distance, I can't see it. Off in the distance, Ruka, Hobbs, and Rusthill can make out something. Something that does not seem natural to the landscape that they're familiar with. Something sticks out, casts an odd shadow, juts a little higher than it seems natural to, and they mark it on their map. maybe thinking it's a tower, marking it as the unknown tower, but it gives them a goal, somewhere to walk towards. I don't know what this tower could be. It does concern me, but curiosity has me more than anything else. Let's actually push to ×3 here temporarily on this excursion. More copper. And it's gonna be right over there, whatever it is. But the camera in these... Oh! Back up. Let them go. Nighttime is approaching. Okay, now they're going that way. I'm fine with it, I just don't understand the reasoning. I think we'll sneak during the night. We'll try and approach this tower quietly in case it's A, still inhabited, and B, inhabited by something aggressive or hateful or just straight dangerous. But there it is. There it is. Let's move ahead here. It's powered on. I see no one manning the turrets, though our friends don't know that. Ah, Dust Bandits. Dust Bandit Tower. Dust King Tower? Ho, 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 boys. We're gonna back the hell out of there. And we now know where the Dust King is. Perhaps serendipitously, perhaps not. When one goes hunting, one must be prepared for what they find. Gone hunting for food, and instead they find themselves face to face with the very thing that has been causing them so many problems, even existing in the Wasteland. A mysterious tower that, when approached, is surrounded by nothing but dust bandits. Patrols pass by, turrets line the walls, and this one tower is better defended than any of the ruins they have ever come across. While they can't confirm it, one thing is true. Whatever's inside that tower, the Dust Bandits treasure it and keep it very close to the heart and ever so dearly safe. But what the Dust Bandits want safe, our friends want for themselves.